Alright, hello. I am back, and we're gonna do part 2 of Max Payne. We're starting off on the prologue Nightmare. This is one of the two dream sequences in this game, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's definitely creepy, and is definitely unique to this game, and it's just unique to this game. It shows a lot more what games can become than most other games.
Lisa punching out. Somewhere, the baby was crying.
Now as we load in here, you're gonna hear a lot of odd stuff. As we start, you can see we have a maze here. Now I don't know this part by heart, but I know where you have to go up a little bit.
No, please, Act! Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I just won a circle, didn't I? That's awesome.
No, please, Act! Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Is it the same circle? I'm pretty sure. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, that was painful, I'm sorry.
Should have known it when we found you snoring next to Lupino's corpse. A comedian, huh?
The pictures were... Alex and I had a few moments of glory between us. Crime-fighting comrades, the best in NYPD DEA collaborative team. Good-hearted macho bullshit like that. I would have given anything to have him here as my backup. No such luck. No luck at all. Filled with good old times.
This next part, it's actually really easy. Well, for part 1 at least.
Left to watch cartoons.
This part's forgiving.
Captain
Because
Baseball
on
Bat-Ball's my favorite.
PC, if you fall, you literally die. So it's kind of why you have to use quick saving, unless you're on Dead on Arrival. But for this, as you can see, you just jump from corner to corner, and you can just make it out of here really quickly. So it's literally the oldest trick of this game in the book. Been doing that for literally years.
Slice them, dice them, shoot them full of holes, blow them to bits, vaporize them, disintegrate them. No matter what you do, they'll still be back good as new.
Michelle's diary lay on the table.
Max, no, please, Max. Why? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Murderer! You killed her! Nothing like that ever happens in the real world.
And here we start part 2 officially.
I woke up in a bad dream. My head felt 2 sizes too small for my brain.
Max Payne, I envy your name.
And the killer was smiling.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Frankie the Bat Niagara.
Niagara, as in you cry a lot? He had a baseball bat and I was tied to a chair. Pissing him off was the smart thing to do.
Nothing wrong with a little laugh now and then. Take me, for example. I love to watch cartoons. Cartoon violence is a fascinating thing. Let's take a break. I need to take a leak and maybe grab a cold one at the bar. Don't worry. I'll be back to finish this off. And then, it's checkout time.
You play, you pay, you bastard. He swaggered out, and the door clanged shut behind him, locks clicking into place. Everyone makes mistakes. Mine hadn't been to crack jokes about the goon with the bat. He'd have cracked my skull regardless. It hadn't even been to trust a girl with a gun. I had blindly gone after the first bad guy on my hit list when I should have been aiming further up the ladder, at the head of the Punchinello family. I couldn't bring myself to be pissed at Mona. Guess I had a soft spot for her blue face. But when somebody decides to play baseball with your head, you tend to get sore. They had dragged me back to the basement of Lupino's hotel. I was beaten, bruised, and blue. I felt like the chair I had broken to get free. All I had was Niagara's bat, sticky with my own blood.
Alright, here we go.
Without a gun, I'd be no match for Frankie's men. I'd have to play hide and seek with them.
This part is very difficult if you play it wrong. That's just my thing.
It's
So I'm gonna try to play it how I usually do.
Hold it!
I do just kill one. What a smart guy. Heard him. He's like, oh, just got killed with. Aggressiveness is key. Let's go. You could use them as body shields. It's really stupid. Like, you could run up to the dude. He has a shotgun. Dude behind him is like an Uzi. You try to kill him. Me and just one of your friends to make sure life easier. It's funny as hell. Here's where the goods are. Now you can play it 3 ways, I guess you can say. You could run out there batshit crazy, literally. Get their attention, wait at the door, just start swinging on them. You could do what I did, be really aggressive using my body shields. Or the third thing, wait for all of them to pass, and then just go into that room and get all that secret stuff. Or fight them, or you could go in the elevator and leave. No, we're out of there. We're in the elevator.
There he is!
Usually I would just leave, but I need to get those 4 painkillers just in case. Am I full? No. Okay. We're going back to the bar now. Gonna need max Uzi ammo, cause don't know if you could tell there's gonna be a boss fight coming up in a second.
Things were fast going from bad to worse. The men in blue had come and gone. They had decorated the place with chalk outlines and tied it together with yellow tape. The cops who had stayed behind were dead. Frankie, his boys, and I had the place all for ourselves.
We are in a familiar place. Still blood everywhere. Dead people.
Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Hey, just forget about it. That crazy witch, you should have heard her. She was a real scream when the boys caught her trying to cap the Don. Oh, that's friggin' bad. To the trio? That's even worse than what Frankie's doing to that poor bastard downstairs. She's gonna take a long time to die.
The mobster muscle on the phone was talking about Mona. Punchinello's trio were nothing but bad news.
There he is!
How did that miss? There's
More evidence that
big
Punchinello
aim
didn't like
assist
it
in
much.
this game, but
The fact remains that all the victims so far identified in the Ragnarok shooting have been known criminals, many of whom had large doses of V in their blood. Reliable sources say that Max Payne was also among those killed, although no body has been recovered at this time.
Reliable sources. That meant somebody thought the Mafia had me, didn't want the cops snooping around anymore. The body would be delivered to them barely recognizable. Case closed. Don Punchinello had the power to be that reliable source, which was no news. But his news was old news.
yep. Anything in here? No, okay. There's a whole ass case of Uzi ammo right there. this guy. Beat his ass. Alright, here we go.
The hotel bar was fast developing quite a history. True to his words, Frankie was there, having a beer.
Jesus Christ. How the hell did you get loose?
Got bored waiting. Thought, what the hell, we could just as well finish this here.
Fine by me. This works out just as well.
That was pretty tough. I don't know, man. It was very hard.
Thank you. You've been a lovely audience. Had enough? I don't play with girls anyway. Unfair!
Punchinello messing with V is bad for business all around. But that's not all. There is this guy, Boris Time, used to pull jobs for me. He's the captain of the cargo ship Charon. Now the bastard turncoat has gone over to the other side, Punchinello's. The ship's loaded with high-res hardware, guns, my business. If Punchinello gets hold of that cargo, he's won and I have lost. And you'll have your work cut out for you. If you want to get to Punchinello, you'll need heavy-duty persuaders. I am just the man to get them for you. Change the ship back under my flag, maybe pop 2 in the traitor Dime's head while you're at it. You'll get enough guns to start the apocalypse. You in or out?
Let's get this show on the road. Vladimir was one of those old-time bad guys with honor and morals, which made him almost one of the good guys. None of us was a saint. The Brooklyn riverfront was a maze of rusty containers, sharp-boned cranes looming up from the snowstorm. On a night like this, you couldn't help but think of the dark army of dead men sleeping with the fishes, cement shoes in line. No Minotaur lurked in this labyrinth, but somewhere out there, on the clanking deck of his cargo freighter, the skipper of the Cheiron was waiting, like the ferryman of the river Styx.
Yo!
Yo! This fucking head blast. That's funny.
Both of them beat to Payne.
Nice shot, bro. Cool pistol. I don't know what just happened, but alright. Okay. Yeah, like, a crane lifting a box, just magically ends your life. I didn't know that.
No Minotaur lurked in this labyrinth, but somewhere out there, on the clanking deck of his cargo freighter, the skipper of the Cheiron was waiting, like the ferryman of the river Styx.
aiming at that guy. What the hell? I like this part of the game. Part 2's kind of short, but still very good.
I doubted the letter was a receipt.
Just talking about Rico Morty, that dude died a long time ago.
Rico Muerte had come to town to do more than just sort out family troubles. Exhibits number 1, 2, and 3. Briefcase of money, a sniper rifle, and an envelope with one word neatly printed on a folded piece of expensive paper.
Mayor.
It didn't sound like a mafia contract at all. It was too cold and too to the point.
How like the aiming thing keeps resetting the look. It's not doing it now, nice. See, look. It's weird. through this pretty fast. This chapter is kind of difficult if you don't play it right as well. Not just the first part, but the second part of it is.
Hey! Hey!
I'm pretty sure I've hit him at least almost 4 times and he's still standing. But if I got shot with a shotgun from like 80 miles away, I'd be dead in like 1 shot. It's like they have slug rounds and I only get 4 shots. Nice shots, bro.
Hold it!
Hold it. Does nothing. Like literally just like stands still, pumps the shotgun, just dies. Bro, you were point blank shooting once. You should. I think he's just a bad gamer. It's the truth. 7 grenades, goddamn.
Whack 'em!
See, how did he miss, bro? He's trash.
I'd found Boris Dime's ship.
Facts. Nice situational awareness, bro. Very good. shotgun does more damage than this close up. It's pretty reasonable, I'm not gonna lie. Here's where shit gets real.
Rust had crept over the sides of the cargo steamer a long time ago. Boris Dime would be on board. I'd have to smoke half of his crew to even get near the gangplank. The guns were probably being kept in the hold, buried amidst the rats and oily water.
This is my favorite part of this is my favorite part of part 2. I really like this whole ship segment.
What the hell?
Nothing to kill him. Look at that design. It's just glitched through the ship.
Angelo Puccinello here.
Angie, tell me, how much did Dime cost you? I bet it was more than his name.
Max Payne.
Right the first time.
You're dead, punk.
You sure you're not confusing me with Boris here? But you are right, of course. Pretty soon we should get together and have a talk.
You son of a...
Pissing Punchinello off was a dangerous game, but when people get mad, they make mistakes. I should know. That's where I wanted Punchinello, mad enough to trip over his own feet, preferably into a grave.
Dime! Dime! Ah! Dime!
What an intelligent person, bro. Just absolute scholar of a man. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a grenade inside of a boat. Very smart man. So it's on grenade as well. Here we go. The showdown between the hardest boss in the game.
Tell the devil that Dime sent you.
I lied. It's not the hardest boss. Just do this. Killed him. Moisture critical. Let's go. Just blow up those tanks right there. Here we go.
You know how to handle yourself. Anybody who says different is calling me a liar. Glad of you here. Collect all the guns and ammo you want. Meet me on the bridge afterwards.
Where's Dime is dead. Hope you could play a better role in like the remake or something. We just see him here and he's dead. Maybe it could be like a harder boss in the remake. I'm not sure. But he's definitely kind of tough in your first time.
Did you get everything you need?
Check.
I owe you. Anything you need.
This is my solo. When I'm through, Punchinello won't be anybody's problem anymore.
Clear as vodka. But anytime you get between a rock and a hard place, just whistle. This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
You really get a bang out of this big-time gangster act, don't you?
This part's pretty trippy. I like it though.
Even with all this firepower, I figured I couldn't get to Punchinello at his manor. I could only hope that he wouldn't pass a chance to hear me beg, to see he's won. This is Max Payne. I want to cut a deal.
Payne, you're a dead man.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. I got your ship and her cargo. I want to meet. No pain, no gain. Capiche?
You know my restaurant?
Yeah, I know it.
1-0.
Punchinello's restaurant had seen better days. Snow was falling like ashes from post-apocalyptic skies, but that was outside. Things would soon get hot in the Don's restaurant. I knew it was a long shot, Angelo Punchinello actually showing up, but there was no crime in hoping.
Like this part a lot. That happened, okay.
I knew it was a long shot, Angelo Punchinello actually showing up, but there was no crime in hoping.
This cool commando I have. You first see it in part 2, but there's actually a really good gun that you actually get to see way more of. That happened. Well, probably should have used slow-mo.
Was burning to get me. The feeling was mutual. He was trying to put out my flames with gasoline.
Does a lot of damage and it actually shoots where you aim. Like, it's not like a little kills very fast. But I'm gonna save it.
The mobsters have been guarding a real treasure. The way out of this disco inferno.
It's Payne!
Vlad had seen my smoke signals. The Mercedes was revving to go, almost drowning out the Banshee wail of the sirens.
You coming? We'll drop you off at the Punchinello Manor.
Sounds good to me.
When this is over, look me up. I could use a professional like you.
I'll keep that in mind. The night groaned with cold. The garden lights flickered nervously. In their light, the falling snow was dead white before the darkness ate it up. I had heard the stories. The trio were mad dogs. They'd have hung the heads of their enemies over the manor gates if the capo had only let them. Punchinello wanted Payne. He'd see the pain.
He would see the pain, actually.
The trick in my situation was that there was no trick, no matter what the movies tell you. No rules, no secret mantra, no roadmap. It wasn't about how smart or how good you were. It was chaos and luck, and anyone who thought different was a fool. All you could do was to hang on madly, as long and as hard as you could. Someone had graciously left the back door open for me and killed the guards. My money was on Mona. I knew the trio would be standing between me and Punchinello. I had read their rap sheets, thick as phone books. No one would be walking out of here alive. The numbing cold of the broken night had followed me in. Upstairs, the trio tangoed down the manor halls to the silent rhythm of their murderous hearts, the blood of their victims rust on their lips. Vince Mugnano, Pilot Providence, a.k.a. Big Brother, and Joe Deadpan Salem. The pistol was a frozen lump in my hand, piercing the skin, gnawing me to the bone.
Yeah, nice pistols in your hand, but we are closing into the final chapter of this part.
In death, the thug had been promoted to messenger. Someone hadn't enjoyed the Don's hospitality. Someone with a flair for the dramatic. Someone who had let herself out of a locked cell and past a couple of armed guards. My thoughts were on Mona again. I could only hope she was a good enough gambler to walk away while she was still winning, before she'd run into the trio.
Shot as soon as the doors swung open. I wasn't even in there in time for him to shoot at me.
Hey! Someone get the guys from upstairs!
No one's going anyplace. Too late for that. He walks in, we waste him. Vinny and Joe and Pilot won't get the credit for this kill. No!
What's that? Don't get the credit for this kill? Okay. And if you're fast enough, you can kill this guy.
Pilot! He's here!
It didn't take me long to run into the trio.
Takes 4 sniper bullets. Bro, just took a whole grenade blast.
One down, one two to go.
Watch this Easter egg. Look at this guy. Who the hell dies like that?
Joe! Payne's here! Take care of him! I want him dead!
Almost all the time. Joe's birthday.
2 down, 1 to go.
Same thing with that guy. This part's tricky.
No stopping him!
This kill can stop anything. Take cover.
Mike, I've heard that the weapon because he's actually using a grenade launcher in this most broken weapon in the game. It has such good splash damage. I wish it would be introduced earlier in the game, but to be fair, this is Mafia stuff now, but... Closing out.
It was too late for her.
You're a real angel, Max.
I couldn't tell whether it was Mona or her sister. The body was a mess. The sick bastard had really gotten a kick out of it. Seeing her lying there got me thinking about another woman's body on another bed. Got me thinking about a fallen cradle.
Max Payne.
Talk to me.
Alfred Woden. You've got company. An armed helicopter just landed on the manor grounds. You must hurry.
The more the merrier.
The road, Payne.
Vince Mignolo. Punchinello's trio was
really
done
hard
for.
With the grenade launcher, because if you... I'll test it out. Well, yeah. Almost with anything in the game, besides like lasers, like explosives or like anything, you're just invincible when you're diving. Similar to like Red Dead Redemption. You're like almost invincible during Deadeye. Applies to this game as well. You could just like shoot 2 grenades and you'll live, but here we go. We're closing in on the final stretch of this part.
Outside my door. Hurry. He's coming for me. You gotta hurry. Please.
I could hear Punchinello on the phone begging for help. He should have been saying his goodbyes. Punchinello was a pushover. The moment I stepped into the room, he folded like a deuce before a royal flush.
No, wait. I was just doing what I was told. I couldn't refuse. She's someone high up. Government, maybe. I don't know.
He was trying to buy more sand for his hourglass. I wasn't selling any.
No, I told him not to.
The damn FBI is here, girl. This game's getting deep, right? Punchinello's dead as fuck. Okay, I dead on the table. He's dead as hell. Alright, here we go. Let's just leave this place.
Drop it. Don't move.
Game over, Max Payne.
Oh shit.
I could tell when I was outgunned. It was time to take another beating. The mystery witch was a real barracuda. Trouble on dagger heels, a smoking assault rifle in her hand, and an army of killer suits behind her.
How sweet. I get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Sooner or later, it was going to catch up with you.
Mr. Payne, it's time to show you the benefits of my brew. Be a good boy now.
You'd find that Lady Luck was really a hooker. You were fresh out of cash.
And that's part 2. Yeah, she's a pretty mid-villain. I don't like her, man.
Gentlemen, we're done here. Take me to Cold Steel.
She had just given me an OD of Valkyr. I could feel green fire eating my brains. They turned to steam. They did a fade on me. I'd never had a chance. The witch had got me just as sure as if she put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. The shadows rushed me, bruised mugshot faces hungry for revenge. They knew my weak spots and closed in for the kill. The floor turned into a vortex of green blood. I fell.
And that's
Flesh of fallen angels.
Hope any of you enjoyed part 2. Part 3 is the biggest part of this game, and my favorite part of the game. And you can see in the prologue, there's only 5 chapters of part 2. So yeah, we will continue next time on part 3, a bit closer to heaven, on Max Payne. It's gonna be a long one. I mean, the past few have been, so I'll see everyone later, and we will continue on my favorite part of the game. Bye.